Alright, hello everyone. In this video I would like to talk about how to connect the different A minor pentatonic scales that we talked about in the previous video. Just to refresh your memory, the A minor pentatonic scale is A, C, D, E, G, A. A again, I need two X days. And you can find these notes all over the fretboard, and we put them in two notes per string scale formats, which were like and again the octave. And what we're gonna do today is take a look at how you can connect these scales so you can have access to the whole fretboard. Because obviously when you improvise or when you put your guitar solo together, you don't want to play scales and you don't want to be stuck in one position. A lot of early blues guys get away with it, and there's nothing wrong with it. But if you have the option to use the whole fretboard, why not? It's just, you know, a bigger palette, a bigger canvas to paint with. So in the previous video we looked where you can find the notes of the A minor scale all over the fretboard, and now we're gonna look how to connect this. The simplest way is to start in one box, one scale, which would be like, but after two strings I switch to the next A minor pentatonic scale, which would be like, so I use the first four notes of the first scale, then I switch position to the next scale, do three strings or two or four, it's up to you, and then again I switch to the next position, which from this scale. So I need E and A strings. I played the first scale, let's call it the first one, switch position, the second A minor scale we use in this pattern. Then I switch again on the G string and I finish here. So, and then again it's just a scale. It's not something you would call an improvisation or a guitar solo, but as you make up little melodies, little licks, little phrases of it. There you go. It became something that's a bit more musical than just a scale. So the idea is to connect these scales and try to use as many of them as you can. Let's take another example. Let's go backwards from a high. You see how nice they lead into each other? But first, obviously, you have to learn those scales from the previous video, and then just experiment, try out things, and let your ears be your guide. Whatever sounds good to your ears, it's good. The best way, in my opinion, the best way to improve your improvisation is to limit yourself. What I mean by that, I mean that if you have access to the whole fretboard, or if you let me think this one out. Okay, so if you limit yourself, let's say if you only can play in two strings, like the D and G strings, if you stay in one position, you will only have four notes, yeah? But if you want to extend and have a bit more notes to use, you have to go now. You're still using 2 strings, but I have a lot of notes to play. You see? And you can do that with any 2 note, any 2 strings, 3 strings, as you wish. Just the theory of limiting yourself. It will, the less options you have, the more creative you have to be to make it sound more musical. So that's the idea. And to me, it worked out pretty well. I learned a lot from these theories. I gained a lot. Another good example. Alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you find this useful. And subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time.